Hey, so you're playing Corepunk, leveling, doing different content, gathering, crafting, bosses, prison island. After one of your runs, you find yourself with a full backpack and bank of different items. And you are thinking, which ones should I save? Which ones might be useful in the future? Which ones are worth putting on the market? And which can I just throw away? Overall, it's hard to predict which items will be useful since it depends on your class and crafting preferences. And still, there are items and crafting chains that will always be valuable and profitable to sell on the marketplace. If you're looking to maximize your profits from the items you get while playing, or you simply want to know the best ways to earn ancient coins and gold, this video is for you. Let's begin. Let's start with gathering and crafting professions. Each has its own profitable items and craft chains. Logging is the best choice when deciding which gathering profession to pick, simply because of one specific tier 1 item, tree root, which you can gather right after you spawn as a new hero. Tree root is valuable because it's a necessary ingredient to craft tree root campfire, a meta consumable in the endgame. Everyone uses this item to improve their hero stats. You can sell it for a good price on the marketplace or get more profit by crafting the campfire itself. Tree root is also an ingredient to craft jewelry wood material. This material is required to start crafting any rune. You can focus on crafting runes yourself or sell tree root and jewelry wood on the marketplace. Other crafters will always appreciate it. You also need jewelry wood when crafting mana pipe, a consumable that restores your mana over 5 minutes. Tree root is why the tier 1 alchemy consumable, mana pipe, costs significantly more than other tier 1 consumables on the market. The next login items are tier 2 mutated leaf and neon mushroom. Mutated leaf is responsible for all tier 2 mana restoration alchemy crafts, mana flask and mana pipe. Since mana replenishment is almost as important as health, mutated leaf and these craftable consumables become extremely valuable on the market. Mushroom won't be as profitable as leaf simply because the consumables requiring this ingredient are available only for magic damage dealers and partially for healers to increase crit chance. You won't make a fortune from it, but there are still people who appreciate you placing joyful pills and magic capsules on the market. Talking about purple login materials, both are valuable, especially blood honey. This purple material is responsible for the attack power stat in artifacts and is also required to craft some tier 3 weapons, tier 3 chips and tier 3 alchemy consumables that boost your physical damage, attack power and physical crit chance increase. Dragon Shell is responsible for magic resist stat in the artifacts, which isn't that popular, but you need it to craft the meta chip named Wrath Collar, which increases attack speed. There are also other valuable items to craft, like Bastion Rune or Talent Fragmenta. You can get all these materials simply by hitting trees around the map, dismantling gear or hunting bosses, the Droid Keeper, the Droid Guard and Ohrazar. Just a quick reminder, if you find this video helpful or simply enjoying the vibe of my content, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel. For you, it's a few clicks. For me, it's a sign that I'm doing something right. And for everyone else who hasn't discovered the channel yet, it's an opportunity to check it out. Thank you. Let's move on to the second gathering profession, butchery. This one differs from all others because you have to kill a creature to gather from it. That may be a deal breaker for some, but in return, you can make a fortune just from selling tier 1 materials, not to mention tier 2 and tier 3. Exaphoid process is required to craft starting artifacts responsible for all endgame health points and attack power increases. Living blood is used as an ingredient to craft one of the most popular consumables in the endgame, ammunition recharger, and you can craft it right at level 1. Gunnets are used as an ingredient in many valuable crafts, including food and alchemy consumables to increase attack power, the starting attack power artifacts we already discussed, and the meta rune to increase movement speed. You can obtain Exaphoid and Living Blood from turtles around the lakes, and Gunnets can be farmed from boar camps. Tier 2 ingredient bear bile, which you can get from bears around the map, is possibly the most valuable item in the game. Bears aren't the easiest creatures to defeat, but if you know how to handle them, you'll be fine. It's the most valuable because you need it as an ingredient in 3 meta endgame items, tier 2 painkillers, the main chip to restore health, and the secondary chip to increase attack speed. Tier 3 beating heart is just as valuable as Bile. This ingredient is responsible for all endgame health bars, the meta hidden chip, and Tier 3 painkillers. You can obtain it from the boss Lizard Draco, hyenas, bears, and by dismantling gear. Let's talk about mining. It's not as strong as the previous two, but it's still a good way to make decent profits. Tier 1 meteoric metal can be crafted into meteoric ingot, which is used in most weapon crafting recipes. It is also used in star energy, a key ingredient for ammunition recharger, which we already discussed, meta egg toast food consumable, and all weaponsmithing chips. Another Tier 1 material, soft crystal, can be refined into powder filler for crafting magic damage consumables. More importantly, this material is the starting point for short-term health regeneration. For Tier 2 and Tier 3, you'll use materials from butchering, but those won't work if you don't first craft Tier 1 painkillers using mining materials. Tier 2 isotope is used to craft the meta Tier 2 movement speed rune, meta chip like the haste one, and alchemy consumables that increase attack speed. Tier 3 materials are where mining really shines. Concentrated mana is responsible for all magic damage in the game. You also need it to craft Tier 3 alchemy consumables for mana regeneration. This item is a part of crafting recipes that let you extract talents from items and restore the durability of forged ones. I covered the system in more detail in this video. Termium is responsible for all armor in the game and acts as an ingredient to craft the meta shield rune, several meta chips, and the durability restoration item, together with concentrated mana. You can gather mining materials by interacting with ore nodes around the map, mostly in steps, defeating golems in those same steps, or by dismantling gear. Herbalism is the final profession, and while it seems the least profitable compared to others, there is still plenty of opportunity to make gold. Tier 1 jute is used to craft two important endgame food consumables and can be refined into a composite material, an essential ingredient for crafting any rune. Tier 1 Blue Lotus is part of three valuable recipes: the food consumables we just discussed, the meta hidden chip, and the starting health artifact. Tier 2 Petrified Spike serves as an ingredient in many weapons, artifacts, and chips, but more importantly, it's used in three alchemy consumables: crit chance, attack power, and heal and cheat power increase. Tier 3 Rainbow Snails has many uses, but it's primarily crafted into four Tier 3 alchemy consumables: crit chance, spell power, attack speed increase, and heal and shield power. Granulation tissue is valuable for healers and is also used to craft the meta movement speed rune and durability restoration item. You can gather these ingredients by interacting with plants around the map, dismantling gear, or hunting deer, wood raptor, trolls, and NVC bosses. That's all for gathering materials and crafting chains. Now let's talk about other items that usually drop as rewards from different endgame activities. We have a system to level up our mastery skill tree, which, from my point of view, is far from ideal and may be reworked in the future. For now, to level it up, you need to use catalysts. There are a few types of them, and the one that provides the most experience for a mastery tree can be farmed while you hunt bosses. This item isn't tradable as I am making this video, but there are endgame items that require this Grand Catalyst as an ingredient, like items for talent extraction and gear restoration, which costs a lot. Since you not only need Grand Catalyst, but also a few purple materials and the crafting proficiency level in construction to craft these items. Also, Grand Catalyst is a part of all endgame catalyzed alchemy consumables, so don't rush to consume catalysts. If developers make them tradable, I think they'll have a good price. Otherwise, you can focus on the crafting chains I described. The next items are in extremely high demand in the endgame: upgrade and reroll kits. Upgrade kits are essential for every gear upgrade. You need an uncommon one just to craft Tier 2 and Tier 3 gear. Rare and purple kits have the same level of demand, since endgame play requires overflow gear, and these kits make it possible. Then we have reroll kits, which let you roll the power and types of stats on artifacts and weapons. Every player needs them. You can get these kits from almost any activity, but right now the most profitable place for farming kits is Prison Island. If you participate in the PvP variant, you'll get a lot of them. For the PvE variant, it's better to use middle or high tier keycards to increase the probability and quantity of kit drops. As a bonus for this video, here is something you can start doing right away without any special requirements. Chickens exist in the game, and when you swing a sword at them or step on them with certain mounts, they drop eggs. These eggs are ingredients in most endgame food consumables, giving them a decent market price. You can simply sell the eggs for good profits or craft the food yourself. Though for crafting, you'll need the food recipe and the other ingredients. Other food ingredients you can find in fields around Golden Field may also have good market prices depending on demand, like corn right now. And that's pretty much it. There are other ways to make gold in the game, but they involve more complex activities that deserve separate videos. I'll talk about them later. For now, I hope I've made it clear which items and craft chains are most profitable in the game so you won't struggle to earn gold. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video.